Well, apparently from my brief glances into feminist Twitter, I can see that today is Equal Pay Day. And Equal Pay Day is the day that happens every single year for these people. It's the day feminists who are really bad at math think women have to work up until just to earn the same amount of money that men earned in the last calendar year. As in, these feminists, both male and female, that are really bad at math, think women have to work from January 1st, 2015 to April 12th, 2016 just to earn what men earned from January 1st, 2015 to December 31st, 2015. This is a garbage day using garbage ideas and garbage reality to push a garbage agenda, and I'll explain why. Men on average work more and women work less and more flexible hours. Men work in professions that pay more and women work in professions that pay less. It's really that simple. And women can make these choices because we women in the Western world are the freest and most liberated women on the planet, ever. This gender wage gap feminists tout as a sign of victimhood is not an apples to apples comparison of a man in the exact same career as a woman, working the exact same hours with the exact same level of experience. No, the gender wage gap is simply the average earnings of all men compared to the average earnings of all women. It doesn't take into account the type of job tenure, or even the hours worked per week. When you factor in all those other variables, we see a stark narrowing of this gap. Actually, in most instances, we see a disappearance of this gap altogether. Women generally have less tenure at a job, meaning they have less working time under their belt. This is due to job interruptions, or as I like to call them, pregnancies and children. Women often take years off their career just to be at home with their children. Should they be making the same amount of money as someone who didn't put their careers on hiatus for any reason? The answer is no. And women are more likely to work part-time or less than full-time. In fact, according to a Pew Research Center study, women in dual-income family households work 25% fewer hours doing paid work than men. There goes that 23-cent wage gap right out the window. And when you look at the types of jobs women choose to do versus men, it's clear. Women choose safer, lower paying, yet more flexible careers like healthcare support, personal care, and office administration. And men choose more dangerous, but better paying careers with longer work hours. Of the 10 most dangerous careers, including logging, pilots, commercial fishermen, steel workers, truck drivers, and construction workers, 94.5% to 97.5% of this work was done by men. Instead of celebrating the freedom women have in Western society to choose to work less and be with our kids more, feminists today see this as a bad thing, and they see it as something that needs to be changed, regardless of the damage that mothers working more would cause to our family units. Or maybe now that I'm thinking about it, that could be exactly what these feminists want. And I reject the idea that men are inherently bad, out to get us women, or privileged. The freedoms we enjoy every day in Western society were fought for by men. These freedoms, my free speech right here, right now, is soaked in the blood of men. And I refuse to believe that the men who love women, the men in our lives who are our biggest defenders and our loudest cheerleaders, like our fathers, our brothers, our husbands, and our sons, are part of some warlock coven of patriarchy who plot ways to oppress us while drinking beers in the garage or watching NASCAR. I mean, I have some very strong masculine men in my life. Do I seem oppressed? And frankly, if we want to talk about privilege, let's do it. Men work more and see their children less. In Alberta, where I'm from, because of the nature of our oil patch, men routinely miss birthdays, holidays, dance recitals, Christmas concerts, and hockey games because they're working to give their women and children the very best lives they can. That makes women the privileged ones in this conversation, doesn't it? So on today, on Equal Pay Day, let's celebrate those men in our lives who work later, more, and harder so that women can work less and be with their children more. So here's to you, patriarchy. My kids and I salute you. For the Rebel.media, I'm Sheila Gunn Reid.
Thanks for watching. Click here to never miss a Rebel update. Want even more of the Rebel? Well, click here to become a premium member.